welcome to our session on Screencastify today. I'm going to show you a lot of real use cases and how you can use this in your classroom to really enhance and engage your students and make learning more accessible for all. So my name is Shayla Rosen. As I mentioned, I'm an educator. I have 32 students in my class, so I love leading with that since my day is always a little hectic, and I love the opportunity to showcase Screencastify and be with adults. So this is really great, and I'm excited to work with everyone. I have a little quote up here that I like to come back to, just a reminder, like why we're in the business of education, why it's so important that we do what we do on a daily basis. And I started using Screencastify in 2020, and it was really just video lessons. I teach first grade, so they were more videos for parents in many ways to sit with their child and do. And now it's just so much more you could do with it. And that's what we're really going to dive into today. My email is on the screen. Feel free to write it down and reach out to me after the session. Today, what we're going to cover is really just how we can use this to make it a valuable tool. I love using Screencastify. I do a lot of videos myself that I send out to student families. It really strengthens that homeschool connection. I love creating assessments to get snapshots. I use our Submit with 32 students. I need to hear how their reading's coming along, and this is a great way for them to read to me and see where they're at. So there's so many things you can do. I know we also have middle school and other, a wide range of grade levels, and I have plenty of things that tailor to the upper grades as well, and not just for younger kids. So we're going to start by just learning how to create a video, edit, share a video, and then we can turn that video into an assessment, AI enhance it, and then I will also be showing you Submit. That's when your students are going to create videos, and I will be showing you how to integrate this all with Google Classroom so you can save a lot of clicking back and forth. So today, in order to try recording a video, which we will do, you need to make sure you have the Google Chrome extension installed. So to do that, you need to go to the Google Chrome extension store if you don't have it. I'm going to put that link right now in the chat. And you want to click Add It. So you can right there, just click on the link in the chat, click to add the extension to Screencastify, and then on your screen, you'll see the little puzzle piece. The little puzzle piece, which is showing in this little GIF that's playing again and again, you would want to click on it, and you want to make sure to turn that pin blue. By doing that, you would then, all you need to do on your screen, I'll show you on my screen, to record a video, you find this little pink arrow and it opens your video recorder. So if everyone could just real quick in the chat, if you just want to give me a thumbs up, if you have the Chrome extension improved, or type a yes, just so I can get an idea that we're all kind of ready to go. That would be helpful. So let's talk about what you might record a video of so that I can give you all time to record a video. For some, it might be a first. For some, this could be your 30th. We're all probably at different places. So I like to just give some ideas. There's so much that is possible with it. So one option is centers. You could, if you do learning centers, so maybe some of you in 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, or if you're doing buddy activities, things where groups are doing different activities, it could even be group work, you could record the directions and print it out on a QR code. And that way you don't have to keep giving directions to your class. If they're unsure what to do, they can just watch again and again. I'd love to build like a strong climate and community. So recording a video about a student achievement or giving them feedback on an assignment is a really positive thing for your students. You could give them a glow, something they did well, a grow. You could make a video for your whole class about something they did. Lessons. Many of us want to use this for lessons. It's something you can have saved year over year, or great for a sub plan. If you just really don't want your class to fall behind and you know you're out sick a couple days, you could make a video and have the sub share it and keep the learning going. And then families, I'm really big on that homeschool, strengthening that connection. So it's great. You could do upcoming activities for middle school if you're having like student council theme days, such as like an ugly sweater day. You could make a video to like pump up students about it. You could have a fundraiser, all the information to broadcast out. Homework help. This is great, especially for older kids who may get stuck on homework, sending emails. They could watch the video. So again, this is really meets a lot of differentiation needs for our students, especially with that repeated learning that maybe they got home and forgot how to do it. They now have their video tutorial. And then technology, just a video explaining how to use certain technology that students or families could watch again and again. So these are just some ideas. The first thing we want to do is try recording a video. So you would want to click on the extension. I'm going to show you here. It looks like this. This tab would mean I'm recording this screen right here. It would be a video of me explaining, try it, record a video. Full screen would be everything on my computer with me talking. And then webcam only, they would just see my face. You want to make sure your mic is turned on, your camera's turned on, and you can change your countdown settings. And then I'm going to show you these drawing tools momentarily, but these are all available to really enhance your video while you're recording it. If you don't want to use them and don't want them on the screen, you can just toggle that off. And when you're done, you click end, and it would be saved to the video library on Screencastify, and it also saves in a Google Drive folder. So if you're wondering before you record, I'm going to give everyone time to record. You're going to want to make sure your video is at least 1 minute and 60 words in order to practice AI enhancing it. But I wanted to show you this quick video of these tools.
Hi there, it's Renee from Screencastify. I want to highlight some of our drawing tool features for you. First off, we have different cursors that you can use. We have a highlight cursor that will highlight your clicks as you go through and click on different things. We have a spotlight cursor that will highlight areas on the screen with a light while it blacks out the rest of the screen. And just for fun, we have a firework cursor. Get your students' attention with some bright fireworks as you present. Next up, we have our pen feature. Our pen feature is great for identifying areas on the screen that you need to identify, or writing if you need to. You can choose any color in the rainbow and even make it fade. So I can draw an X here, and in 3 seconds, it'll fade off my screen. Lastly, we have our stickers or our emojis that I can add on my screen to brighten my students' day. Those are our tool features on the drawing toolbar for Screencastify. Thank you.
All right, so you see it right here. I'm going to give everyone about 5 minutes to try recording a video. and practice. Maybe you want to practice the emojis, the pen tool. It could be about anything you want. You could talk about an upcoming activity, anything that you want to just try out for recording. We're going to AI enhance this and turn it into an assessment. So even if it's not something you're going to give your students as an assessment, that's okay. It's just to practice those steps. And during that 5 minutes, just let me know if you have any questions about recording, using the tools. So the next step would be you can click here when you're in the Chrome extension, and it'll just take you right into your Screencastify account, or you can go to screencastify.com. So if I click here and then just click this little My Videos, it's going to take me there right now. So now you're in my account. It'll probably look pretty similar to your account here. We have the Discover page. These are some ready to use ideas. The My Videos page. This is where anything you record will go. I have mine mostly organized into neat folders, which I can show you. It works just like a Google Drive, just a really great way to stay organized. And then we have some other features, but the other feature we'll cover is Submit. So we're going to start with My Videos. And I'm going to show you a little bit of editing tricks. So we're going to open a video I have that is not edited. So when you open your video, you're going to see a page like this. You're going to see the option to share, preview, send it to your Google Classroom, use AI Assistant, AI voiceover if you have, is more for those who have the world language add-on, and how to create a quiz, tag standards. The reason I like to start with editing is because it's going to make a copy. So if you plan to make any edits, you want to do those edits first. If all you want to do is just cut the beginning, maybe you just had a dull space you weren't ready to record, you could drag the scissors, save trim. Or at the end, you just felt like you couldn't press stop fast enough, send it over here, save trim. But if you really want to do magical things, that's for our video editor. So you would click here. And now we're in the video editor. And this could be a training in itself. So I'm going to go over just some of my favorite features with you, just to give you a few ideas how you could enhance it. So one option, I'll show you right here. Today, I got as far as the word today, and just even looking at the screen, there's too much on it. Nobody would know where to focus. So you'll notice that all these editing things are grayed out. So how do I get them to work besides the text, which I could give it a title before that? I click here and notice how that yellow lit up. I even have a slide on this just to make it more clear. Yep, right here, you want it to be yellow in case you could not see that. So here, I can now, my first thing I want to do is crop. I don't need my slide to look like that. So I'm going to crop this. So really what they see is me and my slide. It already looks much better. Now I'm going to press play. We'll learn how to use a number line. So I notice here, I might want to blur out this. And so what I could do here is I'm putting a box. I clicked blur. I'm going to increase the intensity. And then down here, I want it blurred the entire time. So I'm just going to drag this over And at no point in the video now will they be able to see my tools. Addition and subtract. So I've used blur, I've used my crop. I'm going to show you some more options by going way ahead. I'm going to, so I'm showing students here on a number line how to add, but I'm going to click in that box again. I want to zoom so my students really understand what they should be looking at. And this works a lot like just dragging things in a Google slide deck. You can kind of make it how you want it and click done. So let's see. To hop forward. So one, oh, it stopped too soon. So I'm just going to go down to where my green box is here and drag. Oh, I don't want to move the box. So sometimes you just have to kind of play with it like you would in a Google slide. But now I'm dragging it till I get to the end so that they can really see in the video a 19. The whole so thing. 11 plus 8 equals 19. So the last thing I want to show you, and then we'll talk about the cut feature as well, is here I said 11 plus 8 is 19, but my students might not know where to look. So I'm going to make a little text box, just like you might in a Google slide. And I'm going to type 19 in that box and highlight it. By highlighting it, I can now come over here. I could make it bold. I could make it bigger. I could change the color of it. Maybe I want it to be blue. I can highlight behind it so it really pops. And I could go here and make a box around it so that they really see it. So I see it right there, but I don't think it's covering some things up. So I can play around with it again, like you would on a Google slide, till it's how you want. So now it's really clear to them that 11 plus 8 equals 19, and that will disappear. So we're going to clear that so that we have a fresh screen. So now we're back to the fresh screen, like I said. Now let's say I want to cut pieces in the middle. You can cut, I just cut everything that comes after that. Maybe that's all I want in my video. So if I could click here on cut, oh, we're going to click on it again. Go back, cut. And now if I want to do it, click delete. You can do little parts, you can move things around. If you make a mistake, we have this undo. And then we did have a couple 4s at the start of the session, people really ready to rock it out. So I want to show you one other thing. I've had someone say to me before, oh, I need a video that's like easier to see and bigger. So can I record my own video or can I combine 2 videos? Yes, you can. You do that by clicking here, add media. So I could go to my Google Drive and I could select from my Screencastify folders another video, or I could upload something right there. So sometimes when I do this, I pop a Zoom recording in here, and then I can AI enhance it and make it so you could see it on Screencastify as a way for participants to see. So when you're done, you would hit export. And right here, let me go back. I want to make sure here you have 2 choices. Export MP4, it would only save on your computer. So I'm going to select export to Screencastify. And I'm going to call this teaching number lines. It doesn't matter right now what I call it because I'm going to use AI to give it a snazzy title. So you will see this on the screen. And once it's ready, it's almost done. It works really fast. So done, I can go here and select my videos. So here is this video. And all I want to do next is AI enhance it. And then I'm going to give you time to edit and AI enhance. So AI Assistant does all these really cool things. It's going to give me a cool title. It's going to give me a description. It'll enable transcripts. I'll show you a video that has those, all these things. And it will even generate questions for you. That's going to come later when I go over quizzes and assessments. So right here, we're back in my videos. I'm going to select AI enhancement. It tells me all the things, and select enhance video. While we're waiting, this goes really quick. You can tag your learning standards. So if you're doing standard-based grading, need for IEP goals, tracking your ELL students, you're preparing for state testing, and you need to know that they know the skills, you can use this to check. So here's my standard. Now it's tagged, and now it's already AI enhanced. You can still edit it. Here's my title, easy tutorial. Here is my description. If I don't like something, I can edit it. And here is my standard. So I want to give everyone a chance to try editing or AI enhancing, maybe both. So I'd like to give everyone about, we'll say I'm going to check in about 5 minutes and see where people are at. And if you need a couple extra minutes before we start turning this into an assessment, we can do that. All right, we're going to wrap this up in a minute, and I got a couple questions that I do want to go over. As far as not seeing the captions here, you see this is AI enhanced. And if I want to see what this looks like, I could, did I click preview? Hang on a second. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. You could click share video or preview it to see it. I like to just click share video and pop the link in a tab, but this is what it looks like now to students. So that's why you weren't seeing the captions most likely, is you were not looking at it in student view. So right here in student view, you can already see the captions are there. And then they can click start video. There's only one question so far. We'll get to that. And then the transcripts is just a play-by-play in English of everything I say. So it's really accessible and easy to follow. So that's why you weren't seeing it right here. You don't see the captions on this page. So the next step is to turn this into an assessment. And I'm just going to show you real quick, and then we'll kind of focus on submit. But you can prevent students from skipping when they're taking the assessment. I will show you that. You can do multiple choice questions, which will auto grade, or short answer, which you grade yourself. And now here's the neat thing. AI can give you your suggested questions. You can decide from AI what to use, and it will suggest multiple choice and short answer. And I already went over tagging. So yes, I love AI, makes life easier. So if I click here to edit quiz, right here, I already have a short answer question. What do you use a number line for? And I made that 0 points. I just want to know the background knowledge. You could add questions here. I could click edit. I could add more questions. The reason it's not giving me that choice is I need to move ahead. So now
Start
here,
at 11.
now it would let me add questions if I wanted to. We're going to cancel that. I can change my settings, prevent skipping so that they can't move ahead, set a due date, highlight past due. But what I really want to do, I'm just going to cancel that. So right now, if I wanted to add a question at 40 seconds and write my own, I could. I can make it multiple choice, add as many choices. You want to blue check the correct answer and hit save. But what I want to show you here is we could let AI generate this for us. So it might take it just a minute. So while we wait, again, I'll show you the settings. If you don't want your students to skip ahead, turn this on. If you want a due date, turn that on. If you want to highlight if they're late, you can turn that on. So now we can add here any questions AI suggests. So it might, I'll just look through them. Oh, this is a good question. I could click add. I can change the point value. I like this one. And when I'm done, or you can add all, finish and share. So you can do a combination. You could use AI and write your own. You could just let AI do the work for you. So now I'd be ready to share my video. So the possibility of editing the transcript and the captions right now is not there, but they are aware that is something teachers would like, and they are working on that because sometimes, right, you might need to edit and it just might not have picked it up correctly with the captions. So it's definitely something we hope to roll out soon. So for sharing a video, you first want to check your share settings. So you can decide video privacy. If I'm sending this to student families, anyone with the link. If I'm sending it to my students' domain, you can just send it right to Google Classroom, and I'll show you one other way. And then analytics. If I want to see the quiz by email address, by name, one of the two. And then it's up to you if you want them to be able to comment. So you want to always check your share settings. And then you have the option, you can share to Google Classroom here, share it in an email, or that QR code I talked about, or just get a link. But I'm going to show you how the Google Classroom add-on works because you can pull your videos while you're in Google Classroom. You don't have to use this. So here, I just want to show you a video with analytics that has a quiz. So we're going to look here, and this video right here, I can view my analytics right here, down here. It had 7 viewers. I let them do it anonymously. I can view the responses. There were 4. You could download a spreadsheet of the scores, but it will be integrated. If you assign it with Google Drive and the add-on, it will be, if you do multiple choice, it's all integrated in your Google Classroom. And then here I can see the results. And then this is my favorite piece, questions. This is where I really get that good data. So I know what my students are understanding, who needs support, those types of things to really inform my instruction. So that's what it would look like here. I'm going to go back to this video that I just showed you. And I can also go here and see the viewers again, or the responses. I can also just click here, edit scores, start grading. So that's really how quiz analytics work. And I went over how to share. The last piece I just wanted to show you before we do submit is here. This is a video from my Google Classroom since I have the add-on at work. You can see once you have the add-on, you just create an assignment. You select the Screencastify add-on, which is what's happening on here. And it'll take you to your videos in Screencastify, and you just add the assignment. All integrated, one-stop shop for you. All right, so we're going to move on to submit. Are there any questions about quizzes, videos, sharing before we talk about how our students are going to be making video? And if you think of something, just type it in. So submit, your students do not need, they do not need the Screencastify add-on. Unless you're having them make more like developed videos and things, they just need a camera turned on with audio turned on. So it's fast, easy, and you can assign it directly with Google Classroom. So here is an assignment. I'm going to show you what it would look like. Asking, why are you proud to attend our school? So your students would open this. And this is what they would see. They would click start recording. I love my school because my students love learning. And then they would just hit stop. And then here they can select to record it again or submit it. Easy. So let's go back here and talk about how you might use it. So teacher feedback is great. You could have peers making videos for each other, giving feedback to other students in class about a project. You could have them all record themselves, and I'll show you how they could all give interactive feedback and view each other's videos. So peer buddies are great. If you do any choice boards, or for those of you for middle school, maybe you're doing a project and they have many choices for it, you could put a link to the document and they could record themselves presenting it or answering a question. And maybe they want to tell you for lower grades. I know we have some third grade teachers or fourth about a book they read and really focus on a specific comprehension skill. School pride, you just saw that. Anything that they're trying to convince you, practicing that opinion, exit tickets. And then this world traveler is just really an idea they can record any type of presentation. So, and there's also, I'm going to show you ideas for you. So before we try creating a submit assignment, we're going to just go back here. So you find submit right here. We have all these pre-done lessons you could select from. So lots of ideas. If I want to do, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food? Here, it's done for me. It says webcam only because they don't need to show their screen. If they're doing a presentation, screen and webcam. If they're just talking, screen only. Link privacy. You can change that to anyone with the link or anyone in my domain. Here, students cannot view any videos. If you're going to send this to Google Classroom, that's a great way to do it. If you want students to be able to view their own videos on Screencastify or in the Drive or all videos and give feedback, then you're not going to send it to Google Classroom. So let's say this one, oops, not ungraded. I can set a grading, but if I'm going to do Google Classroom and I click this, I can pick my Google Classroom class, what students, what topic I want it to go under, how many points, and schedule a assign. I can also tag a standard. So if I do this, I'm going to just show you right here. Create and assign. It's now going to be in Google Classroom. So it's fully integrated. It says right here, view on Google Classroom. So this is what it would look like. And here's a different assignment where I can view student work with Screencastify. So I've assigned it, but they haven't done it. So that's how it looks going to Google Classroom. It will require, and here on my page, I can see which ones I sent to Google Classroom, which ones I did not. And then here, you may, the first time you try to send it to Google Classroom, need to double check your settings. So I'm going to go here to my account, and you want to go to settings. and just make sure this Google Classroom integration is enabled. And that's only for Submit. So that way you can just send it right to your Google Classroom. So also, I'm going to go back to Submit. You can create your own assignments. You could link in here a virtual whiteboard. Maybe you want your students to explain their thinking for a math problem and how they solved it. Then you would want them to have that whiteboard. So you can put links in here for your students, as I mentioned. You could put a video that you made for them to watch in here. So the last piece I want to show you is if students can view, you want your students to be able to view all videos and comment. If you want them to be able to do that, you want to make sure they will need to sign in and have a free Screencastify account and select their role as a student. And I have a sample of this for you. So here, students viewing videos. After students record and submit their video, they can click here. This time it'll say view other submissions. And I'm going to show you what it looks like from a student account. And you're going to be the first people to see this because this is new. And you see the transcript right there on the side, captions, everything. Hi, Shayla here. I'm going to show you the new feature where your students can comment on videos within Submit. They will need to set up a student account using their Gmail. It's free. You'll see behind me a pretend student account that a colleague made for us just as an example. And this is what it looks like in a student account when they select Submit. So right here at the top, they'll go click on Submit. After they do that, they will see their assignment. They can see here how many people have completed it. So 5 students have completed this assignment. Now they can view the videos. They can click right here on the assignment, School Pride, and click here where it says play submissions. So they want to look right up here, select play submissions, and now this is our students' video. The volume is off, but they can watch it right here. Comments are public. Students can comment. They could give glows and grows on the assignment. I love having students give. All right, so hopefully for time purposes, you got the idea what it would look like. Another place you could find your assignments is if you don't send it directly to Google. Now we're in the wrong spot here. If you don't send it directly to Google Classroom, you have a Screencastify Submit folder right here, and you can find all your assignments. And students could also have a link to that Google Drive folder right here. So here's one with some videos. I can also comment in Google Drive if I wanted to by clicking this plus and adding a comment. So a lot you can do with Submit. We only have a few minutes left. So I wanted to just give you a couple minutes to try to create a Submit assignment, see how that goes. You could try one of our templates, try sending it to Google Classroom. We have about 3 minutes for that, and then I'll wrap things up. All right, since we only have a couple minutes left, if you're still playing around, that's fine. But I did want to show you on here, if you're not sending it directly to Google Classroom to grade it there, then you might want to grade it here on Screencastify. So here's my assignment. I see 3 people did it. I could click here to get the link, preview, edit, or close. I can click here to grade submissions. And I would just click here and I can go video by video and download it as a spreadsheet. So lastly, I mentioned the folders. You can create new folders to organize. You can click the 3 dots to move and rename it. You can drag videos where you want them in folders, or just check off a bunch at once, select move to. And finally, maybe I haven't assigned this yet to my students and I might want to use it next year or with a different class. So I can just click here, make a copy, and then I could assign it to different classes. Maybe I have 3 different periods I teach math. So really helpful for organization. And again, that's just what I showed you, and you'll get a copy of this. As I mentioned, some of the questions you had, this is all coming. So more AI Submit, it's coming soon. It will even help you grade. The student interactivity is now here. More grading amplification. Rather than finding your own virtual whiteboard, it'll be available. So lots of things in the works. Hopefully, if you were at a 3, you're now at a 4. I would love to hear where you're at. If you want to type it in the chat while we do some Q&A. Great, I see a 4. And while we do, oh, yay. While you're typing that in, I just wanted to let you know Screencastify University is available through your Screencastify account. They have great sessions on editing. Our blog has really good use cases. Our help center is super responsive if you get stuck. So lastly, if you would not mind filling out our survey on today's session. Again, my name was Shayla Rosen. You can scan this QR code or use the link. And also, if you wouldn't mind also rating our Google Chrome extension. So I know now that, we covered a lot today, but hopefully once you get started and get going, it'll be easier and easier. It really truly is easy to use and a great time saver for that you can use these videos year over year. And great for students to be able to watch them again and again until they really learn and understand a concept. So thank you again, and thank you for taking the time to fill out the survey. And if you have any questions that you didn't get to ask, I'm happy to stay on a few minutes.